Now, Karim Benzema, maybe a bit bored yesterday, thought he'd do a Q&A on Instagram, was asked about Olivier Giroud. And he said, well, you don't confuse Formula One with karting, and I'm being nice. Next, I know that I'm Formula One. His style of play suits the French national team well. Him up top, he weighs on defences, which allows the two others, Mbappe and Griezmann, to move a lot and show a lot. He blocks and it works. It won't be spectacular, he won't do something amazing, but he has his thing. Obviously, this created headlines. Benzema went on Instagram today to respond to those headlines, saying, I told the truth. Quite simply, what was not picked up was what I said about what he brings to the French national team. If you ask me, in comparison to Ronaldo, the Brazilian one, he is Formula One and I'm karting. It is just like that. Good old Instagram Q&As, eh, Jules?
Yeah, that was a pretty eventful Sunday night. I watched the one he did on Saturday, which was quite eventful as well, but not as good as the one on Sunday, when as soon as the name of Giroud came up, I thought this could be interesting, and I was not disappointed. Listen, no one can argue that Benzema is a more gifted, more talented footballer than Giroud is. And again, I don't think that's the point here. The point is Karim Benzema, really, does he need to have that kind of playground primary school banter with Olivier Giroud? They don't even play together in the national team anymore. They used to a few years ago. They didn't really like each other. Benzema never really liked Giroud. They're very extreme in the personalities they have, the way they behave, what they like and where they come from and all that kind of things. So they never really got on that well, but that's okay. A lot of players don't. But then I don't think Benzema needed to do that on Sunday night. Needed to be that aggressive and that, in a way, it didn't shame him, but it's not nice if you're Giroud listening to that. And by the way, as a lot of people pointed out, there's one who won the World Cup and the other one who didn't.
Yeah, indeed, although Benzema, of course, has won a lot of Champions Leagues, which Giroud hasn't. But you look at Giroud, and it's interesting because he is a bit of a battering ram. A lot of people criticise him. But he never seems to rise to the bait, Jules. You know him well. Has he just got really thick skin?
Yes, I think he has thick skin, because if you look at his career path, for example, nothing has been easy for him. Again, if you compare them, just for the sake of this incident, Benzema was always that wonder kid from the Lyon Academy who was so good, who made his debut at 17 with the first team, made his Champions League debut at 18, went to Real Madrid at 20. He was always that kind of player. He was amazing from a very young age. Giroud had to work really hard, had to play in the lower leagues, had to go down from the bottom to get to the top, when Benzema was always at the top pretty much. So Giroud has a thick skin, and I think he rises above those kind of criticism or players saying things about him, and he's never really complained. He knows he's done the best of what he could have done of his career with the talent that he has, and maybe Benzema could have done a bit better, could have been better with France, with the national team. All he had done really is a quarterfinals of the World Cup in 2014, and that's it. So I guess this morning both would be happy. Benzema, I'm sure, is happy with the career he's had at Real Madrid. Giroud is happy with the career he had overall, but especially with the national team. But again, I think Giroud will look at it and think like, I don't think that was necessary.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.